Good morning, Rajaku sir this side on the behalf of SKM Public School. Welcome you in the next PPT from your chapter 3rd drainage. So students, you know that this is the part number 5th from your chapter. Let we start the drainage. So drainage mainly we will say the flow of water through a well-defined channel is known as drainage. So especially in this the river system, there is one main river flowing, and there are the different tributaries are moving, and then it's drain into the ocean and sea. So इसको हम बोलते हैं delta. Okay, so now this is the drainage basins. So drainage system in India, let's we talk about the Himalayan river system and the Peninsular River, perennial type of the rivers. And this type of the perennials means that always the throughout उनके पूरे साल भर इनमें क्या रहता है, पानी रहता है. Okay, and the big high amount of rainfall and the snow melting is the big source of water in it. Okay, then upper course we will say the different meanders and the oxbow lakes are produced in it. And second type of river that we have the peninsular rivers, and peninsular rivers are also known as the seasonal river. Okay, and the seasonal means that mainly they are depend on the rainfall. बारिश के ऊपर ही ये क्या रहती हैं, depend रहती है when the monsoon active in India. Now let's this is the Western Ghat and Bay of Bengal are flowing in the Himalayan. Now the Indus, Ganga and Brahmaputra are the three big rivers, and Indus that is origin from the Mansarovar in Tibet side and enters in the Ladakh. Okay, and this is the picture of the Ladakh area from where it enter. Okay, then Janskar and Siok and different other tributaries are also flowing. The rest of the part that Chenab, Jhelum, Satluj, Byas, Ravi, and then we say the 30% of water is used by India and total length is 2,900 kilometer. Then we talk about the river Ganga. So river Ganga is origin from the Bhagirathi. Okay, and the first site, the second site from Alaknanda, and on the point of the Dev Prayag, this is the location, then both are assembled जहाँ दोनों मिल जाती हैं. The place name is Dev Prayag and here it is known as river Ganga. यहाँ हम इसको क्या बोलते हैं, river Ganga बोलते हैं. Then one more river is moving in the parallel of the Ganga, that is river Yamuna. Okay, and they are meet at the place of Prayagraj, and Prayagraj, you know that the new name of Allahabad. Now the Gandak, Kosi and the different tributaries are attached with the big river of river Ganga. Okay, and always it's also the big causes of the flood, which type you will know that today timing is also they are facing the big problem of flood. Okay, then Chambal, Betwa, San are also have the different tributaries of the river Gangas. Now student, then we have the Frakka dam. Okay, Frakka is the place where it enters from in Bangladesh side. Okay, and the one side it moves into the Hooghly side, especially in the west Bengal side. Okay, and the other side it also mix with the particular river Brahmaputra. Okay, and that's create the Sundarban Delta. The total length is 2,500 kilometer. And then what we have the water divide, and water divide we will say student, when water is moving and with the help of any uplifted land. Okay, so water is divided into two channels, first in the right side and second is the left side. Okay, so Ambala is a good example that we have. Or second, this is the river of Brahmaputra that we say it is also known as the Tasangpo river in especially in the China side. This is the picture of the river Tasangpo. Okay, and it enters in India, that is the place name is Namcha Barwa. Okay, nearby this mountains valley it enters in India side. Then here it is known as Dibang. Okay, Lohit and the different rivers and mix in it, a match in it, and then the heavy rainfall is also causes the flood, especially in the river of in the state of Assam side and other side. So this is the big effect of the river Jamuna that we say when it's mixed with the match with the particular river Ganga, okay, and at sometime it's also causes the great flood. Now the second type of the rivers that we have the peninsular river students, or in peninsular rivers we have the western ghats, okay, western coast, and this is the north and south side, okay, and mainly the rivers are flowing in this Bay of Bengal side. It means they are producing the delta in Bay of Bengal. Then Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, okay, the some of the rivers are like Narmada, Tapi, and estuaries. They are making the big things, especially falls in Arabian Sea. And now this mean is the rift valley and rift falling that we say, then it's causes by the big rivers, and this is the marble rocks in Jabalpur, Duhandar Falls, and the Tapi river, and the Tapi rivers especially in Madhya Pradesh and Satpura range, and due to the rift valley they are moving in this side, especially in the Arabian Sea. Now the west flowing rivers, the first is the Sabarmati, Mahi, and Godavari and Nasik in Maharashtra. We will say a big river is flowing, and that falls into the eastern side of the India, that is also known as the Dakshin Ganga. Its length is 1500 kilometers. Okay, so with the help of map student we easily understand about the different rivers, okay, and their locations and their mainly the drainage system. Okay, then Mahanadi river we have, and this is the flowing drainage pattern of the river. Krishna rivers in Mahabaleshwaram, this is also a very important rivers, and this is flowing in this pattern. Then Bhima rivers are also mixed in it. Koyana is a place. Tungbhadra is also the different Kaveri rivers are also found in Brahmagiri hills, okay, and it's also created the great particular drainage system 760 kilometer. So this is in the place of Amarkantak, Bhavani, and Hemavantini, Kambani, and this is Shiva Samundram Falls. So this is also that we say the many rivers that are falls in the eastern side, and they are creating the big delta. So this is the great rivers of the peninsular plateau students. And then we have the beautiful lakes like Dal Lake, Nainital, Lotak Lake, Barapani Lake, Kolaru lakes, okay, and some of the lakes are naturally made, and they are the also the source of the fresh water we have. And in Udaipur we also found the different type of lakes, that is also known as city of lakes. Some of the lakes in Rajasthan that we say that is Sambar Lake is very famous for the salt production. Chilka Lake in Odisha is also good for the salt, and they also producing about above to 60% of the sodium chloride, and they are also the fresh water sources. Those two types of rivers lakes we have, the Wooler lakes and Dull lakes, and the sweet water lakes, and the sour waters जो हम बोलते हैं salty जो lakes हैं. Okay, then we have the different sagars, Bhakra Nagal dams, that is the multi river project in chapter. Okay, so they also good for the making electricity, and this is good for the development of the whole country. So overall we will say that different type of the river project and different type of the drainage pattern is also helpful for the country economy and the development, and also for the wildlife protection, because the river also had the acute type of the animals and the directly or indirectly touch with the river water. Okay, this is the scene of the river that is flowing especially in the mountains areas, and I hope this is good for irrigations and for the sea routes, especially in the inland जो अपने transport है उसके लिए भी rivers का बहुत इसमें use किया जाता है. तो all things are very important in this chapter, and now that we will say that water is very important student, and we try to save it and for the future generation, that do not waste it, because in many chemical industries they are wasting day by day. They have mixed the various type of the things in the running water, and that's also causes the different type of diseases for the human beings. So now as a pure and the gentle citizen of the Indians, it is our duty that we will not mix any kind of the garbage and the all of the bad things into the those are creating pollutions in the river system. So these rivers are the best source of our economy also. So this is all for the today's video. I hope you like it, and if you like, then please comment and share. Thank you. Have a nice day, students. Save water. Thank you.